Be ready. 5 seconds.
As we deal with the present petition, we must refer to the values of the Constitution and the interpretation we must adopt. Stop. After all, the impugned provisions of the various prison manuals, highlighted in this petition, demonstrate that the values of the Constitution are at stake. Stop. The Constitution reflects the vision of its founders to give India a collective future based on the values of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Stop. The Constitution mandates a more just and inclusive society, where every citizen has the opportunity to thrive. Stop. It envisages that the values embedded in its provisions are not just aspirations but lived realities. Stop. Any interpretation of the Constitution must be reflective of the blueprint laid down by its founders. Stop. The Constitution is a double quote social document, quote close, and a double quote modernizing force, quote close, stop para. The interpretation of the Constitution is not static. Stop. It has evolved with time to give recognition to a broader spectrum of rights to the citizens, as well as to impose additional safeguards against excesses of the state or even private entities, as the case may be. Stop. Over the last 75 years, the Supreme Court has recognized new rights such as the right to education, the right to privacy, and the right against the adverse impact of climate change, among others. Stop. These rights, though not explicitly mentioned in the original text, have been interpreted as inherent to the broader principle of the right to life which the Constitution enshrines. Stop. The Constitution must serve as a robust framework for safeguarding the rights of citizens and maintaining the delicate balance between authority and individual freedom. Stop. The Constitution recognizes the dignity and individual autonomy inherent in all citizens and their right to life and personal liberty. Stop. Liberty and autonomy advance the cause of human dignity. Stop. Individual autonomy is the ability to make decisions on matters that impact one's life. Stop. When individuals are granted the freedom to make choices about their own lives, they are empowered to take control of their destinies, and express their identities, in the double quote pursuit of happiness, quote close, without undue interference. Stop. This freedom fosters a sense of self-worth and respect, thereby recognizing individual dignity. Stop. By safeguarding these principles, we ensure that the intrinsic worth of every human being is recognized and upheld. Stop. The right to life cannot be restricted except through a law which is double quote fair, just and reasonable. Quote close, stop para. Our interpretation of the Constitution must fill the silences in its text. Stop. The framers of the Constitution could not have anticipated every situation that might arise in the future. Stop. They also intentionally left certain decisions to the discretion of future generations. Stop. However, the choices we make today must align with the broader constitutional framework and values. Stop. In filling the gaps, whenever they arise, our interpretation must enhance the foundational values of the Constitution such as equality, dignity, liberty, federalism and institutional accountability. Stop. Our interpretation must adhere to the postulate that double quote civil and political rights and socio-economic rights do not exist in a state of antagonism. Stop quote close. Our analysis must be based on a holistic reading of the provisions of the Constitution. Stop. Courts are neutral institutions, whose primary function is to apply the law fairly and consistently. Stop. Transparency in processes also enhances public confidence in the system. Stop. In their role as neutral institutions, courts also act as a check on the other branches of government, ensuring that their actions conform to constitutional and legal standards. Stop.